Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're connecting from. This is Coach Josh, and I'm excited to be running you some very powerful information tonight that's going to position you to transform your finances, especially in 2024. It doesn't matter what 2024 has been like for you. This can very well be the turning point for your 2024. I want you to pay very rapt attention. And for those of you who know, I don't just tell, I like to show. They say that documentation beats conversation. Documentation beats conversation. So going to be showing you things with evidence, right? Very powerful yet simple yet powerful strategy by which you can begin to make profits every week from the financial markets, even if you have zero experience, even if you're a very easy person, even if you've never traded before, even if you don't have a lot of capital to risk. I'm going to show you how you can make anywhere from $500 to $10,000 to even $20,000 on a weekly basis. Now, before I get into it, let me start by putting the disclaimer out there that look, and this is for compliance purposes. Trading in the financial markets carries risk, right? And you can actually lose all of your money if you don't know what you're doing, right? So, also past profits are never a guarantee of future performance. But the reason why we are so excited, with what we have is because of the result, because of the evidence. Like I said, I'm going to be showing you how thousands of people from all around the world, from Europe, from Slovakia, from Turkey, Istanbul. We had an event in Istanbul, in Budapest only about 2 weeks ago. We had one in Slovakia. We had one in London. We had one in Toronto, and in Dallas just yesterday. And this weekend we're going to be in Dubai. So this is something that appeals to a global audience. That's because every language speaks profits. Every language, every culture, every tribe wants to improve financially, right? And so I'm going to be showing you how you can finish 2024 strong and transform your finances for the rest, for the rest of your life going forward. So pay attention. This is going to be really exciting. I'm going to be sharing my screen, like I said, so that I'll be showing you and not just telling you. So once you can see my screen, just drop a 777 in the chat. Once you can see my screen, drop a 777 in the chat. Let me know that you can see my screen. Okay, I've got the 777 rolling now. So I'm going to be showing you something called AkashX. And what is AkashX? AkashX is both a software. Okay, so we're leveraging technology to make money. So it's both a software and an education platform. But it's brought to you by a company called My Daily Choice. My Daily Choice is a 10-year-old company from the United States of America. They're typically called a house of brands. They've got over 13,000 products, physical products from health and wellness, to weight loss, to skincare, to hemp, CBD products. They've got a line of to clothing and textiles. They've got so many different products, but they've also got some digital products. And AkashX is one of those digital products that's really disrupting the entire trading industry. For those of you who know about Forex, you already know that in the Forex market, over $7 trillion exchanges hands every day. In my time right now, this is about 9:30, or this is about 17 minutes past 9. But in another 2 hours, the markets are going to open again. And the cool thing about Forex is today, it wasn't always this way. It wasn't always this way. But today, with an internet connection and a mobile phone, you can connect and start to make money from the financial markets. So in another 2 hours, the markets are going to open. And guess what? Tomorrow, first day of the week, or today, first day of the week, $7 trillion is going to exchange hands. Over $7 trillion. This is the most liquid market in the world. Over 7 trillion, not billion, not million, trillion is going to exchange hands. What you're about to see is something that's going to empower you, that's going to equip you, that's going to allow you to begin to take $100 every day, $200, $300, $500, $1,000. It's really, I like to tell people this. If there were 10,000 of us on this call, the Forex market is liquid enough to pay all of us $10,000, $100,000, $1 million. The market is liquid enough to accommodate your desires, your goals, your ambitions. So what are your goals? What are your desires? What are your ambitions? So how can AkashX position you for profit? I'll start with the education side, and then I'll transition to the profit side. I know that you are here for the profit. You want to make money. I'm going to show you how to make money. But I'm going to show you, first of all, how you can develop a skill, a lifetime skill that is. That's another thunderstorm, another thunderbolt. A lifetime skill that is so valuable that once you have this skill, it doesn't matter where you are. You could decide to go on vacation to Dubai. You have your internet connection, you're making profit. So right now you can see that there's an academy on the screen. So we've got a very high quality, world-class academy in the AkashX when you subscribe to AkashX. So you can see that there's platform tutorials, from beginner, we've got videos, or, taking you from the very beginning of introducing you to Forex, what is Forex, helping you understand the terminologies, mistakes that forex traders make. So it'll take you from beginner to advanced to expert. And these are not just some random videos that have, I've gone through this. Anyone who goes through this would easily tell you that this information is worth at least $1,000 to $2,000. Talking about the academy itself, the forex academy that we put here is worth at least $1,000 to $2,000. Fundamental analysis. They've got videos on fundamental analysis, how to interpret news. For those of you who are not aware, news events affects the economy, right? So how to interpret news with regard to different currencies and things like that. Technical analysis, support and resistance, and all these videos. The cool thing is all these videos are in short, consumable, digestible content. 5 minutes, some of them 8 minutes, some of them 4 minutes. So you can just take these videos, you can watch them over and over again, helping you understand, indicators. It's got moving averages. If you understand moving averages and support and resistance, you are equipped to begin to take trades by yourself and start to make money. How to apply the moving averages, the MACD, all the different indicators that a forex trader should know about. It's very well explained here. And, chart patterns, for example, cup and handle. It's a very loaded, very, very loaded academy, right? So this academy will take you from beginner to expert. And, something very exciting happened over the weekend. So there's somebody who is a part of this platform. And I was surprised to learn that he's 62 years old. 62. In the US, he's based in the United States. At the age of 62, saw value in AkashX, and he's deciding to learn this skill for himself. But even more surprising was when he told me that he has a friend who is 73, a lady, a woman, a 70-year-old woman, subscribed to AkashX to make money, but to also develop the skill to be able to do it by herself. So the academy is very, very loaded. Not cryptocurrencies, if you want to learn about crypto, and trust me, for those of you who are not aware, today is October the 21st. Between now, October the 21st, pay attention, between now and March of next year, 2025, you can easily, nothing is guaranteed, but based on our studies, based on analysis, you can very easily turn $1,000 into $5,000 over the next 3 to 6 months. If you really know what you're doing, over the next 30 days to 60 days, you can actually 10x your money on some crypto investments. So this is not a platform that you want to joke. I know what I'm saying. I'm not telling you. So because we want to keep it short and sweet, I cannot start showing you different investment instruments. But I'm telling you that, for example, over the last 30 days, there are some assets that have done ×2 and ×3. Okay, in the cryptocurrency space, and there's some in fact that are already currently doing so. There's something anyway. Let me not digress. So if you want to learn about crypto, you also find that in this academy. But something that I find very, very, and this is probably also why leaders all around the world are right now pouring into AkashX, right? People from different trading houses, is because of the quality of the educators that we have here in AkashX. So as you can see on the screen, these are seasoned experts, veterans in the field who, some of them have 10 years, some of them have 16 years experience. And what they've done is they have shared their strategies with the community here in AkashX. Normally, master traders don't share their strategies. There are many platforms where you subscribe with $50, $100, $200, and all they're giving you is signals. They're just giving you things to trade. They are not sharing with you their detailed strategies because they don't want to expose it. If they expose their strategies, once you learn it, you're not coming back, right? But what we have here is we have educators who have taken time to reveal their strategies. I'm going to tell you how much AkashX costs. You're not going to believe it. It's ridiculously cheap. Now, apart from the fact that they've documented their strategies, every single day you can join them. We have what we call live sessions, daily mentorship sessions, where you watch them trading and putting their strategies to use. So it's one thing for you to watch and learn, from somebody teaching. It's a different thing when in the live market, you're seeing somebody putting those strategies to use. So every single day, we have all these experts who are going live, providing mentorship. So today is Monday. I'm inside the AkashX app. So at 3 a.m., Anointed Ali is going to go live. He's going to be talking about crypto. I wish you were already a part of us so you would know some of the crypto gems that he's going to reveal. Things you can invest, your $50, your $100, your $10,000 to get a 2x, a 3x, a 5x over the next 3 to 6 months. This is the time to be in crypto. If you're joining crypto this time next year, you're coming towards the end of the cycle when the market is already going down. So it's important to know what to buy, but you should also know when to buy and also when to sell. That's what makes a good trader, knowing what to buy, knowing when to buy, and also knowing when to sell. And these are the things that you get, for being a part of Akashex. So at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Hugo Gomez is going to also go live. Luis, one of my favorite educators. This guy has about 15 years trading. He's an institutional trader, right? He's someone who has for years traded for hedge funds, billion dollar portfolios. He has handled those kinds of portfolios. So he's a master trader. He's a master at what he does. Joel Arias, this young man, for those of you who sign up, you're going to have the privilege. He's going to be talking to us in this private group on Tuesday. He's going to be talking to us on Tuesday, but strictly for those of you who are already a part of this. This guy is just 24 years old, but, he's a multi-millionaire. And apart from being a millionaire, we're copying it straight, and he's making us, he's making thousands of families also make money. So this is the value that you get from Akashex. You have the academy, you have the strategies of experts, and then you have the daily mentorship sessions. Now, aside from this, you get to be a part of our community. So we have a Telegram community where you have access to all of these guys. So it's not just an app that you have. You'll also be with them in Telegram. You can ask them questions, and you see, there's something about being in a community of achievers. There's something about being, and I want you to pay close attention. If you are in Nigeria right now, there's a tendency that you are inundated with all the crap in the environment, all the crap in the news. There's something about isolating yourself from the masses. Holtenborg said something, and I never ever forgot it. He said, if your goal is to succeed, observe the masses and do the opposite. If your goal is to succeed, observe the masses and do the opposite. The masses have their mind, there's real estate in their brain, okay, from the news, from watching, jokes about Sapa and about hunger and about this, and about Tinubu, this, Tinubu, that. There's something about isolating yourself and putting yourself in a community of champions. You may even be on this call and maybe you make $3,000 every month or $5,000 every month. When you join a community where you are in a Telegram group, and there's a lady, Janelle, and by 12 noon, she's posting how she has made $2,000 for that day. And then the following day, she's posting again how she's made $1,000 by noon. And then the following day, she's posting how she's made $3,000 by noon. What people earn in a month, somebody is making it before noon and working just 2 hours a day. There's something about being in that kind of environment. It begins to rub off on you. It begins to rub off on you. Scripture says, he that walks with the wise becomes wise. He that walks with the wise becomes wise. So I want to encourage you, no matter what you're currently going through, if you walk with giants, before you know it, you'll start to see yourself as a giant. And I'm talking about, it's something I've experienced. One of the things I did in the past, I'm still a work in progress, but I can tell you that my life has improved. There was a time when I intentionally went to audit my Facebook profile, my Instagram profile. I unfollowed a lot of people. I put some people on see first. I put mentors on see first. So when I come on Facebook, I'm not seeing somebody cracking any stupid joke about the economy or about this or that. I'm seeing posts from the people I want to be like. And by constantly putting that before my eyes, it began to change how I began to think. And people who I was following from a distance, before long, it wasn't too long before some of my idols and mentors started to send me friend requests because of some of the results that I was able to achieve. Because of some of the results I was able to achieve, there were some friend requests I saw, and I nearly peed in my pants. I'm like, what? This person just sent me a friend request. I accepted. Then I got another friend request, and I got another friend request. And so, from observing them from afar, we're now Facebook friends. Then we're in the same community, and before you know it, you'll be going on vacations with your mentors. Before you know it, you'll be having dinner, you'll be having lunch with the people that you once used to idolize. I'm telling you that your life can change, but your associations, your environment is very, very important. You need to audit your environment. So this community is one of the things, I think, is the most valuable thing that you get, the community. Joel Arias is going to be with us on Tuesday. He said, and he's just 24 years old, he was introduced to something just like this when he was 16, 8 years ago. 8 years ago. And that has made all the difference for him. He has never had to apply. Can you imagine a 24-year-old making $500,000 in a year? $500,000 a year because of the right information, because of the right mentorship, and it can happen for you. It can happen for you. So this is the real value in Akashex. But now I want to show you about the automated profit systems, if you allow me to describe it that way. The automated profit systems that we have in Akashex. These systems are going to make it possible for you to profit. Literally, profit is now at your fingertips. You're going to profit with the tap of the button, with the click of the button. Okay, the first one that I want to talk about is something that we call trade alerts. Trade alerts. Okay, maybe at this point I'm going to use my phone, my device. So that's my mobile. Okay, so that since most people are also going to be using their mobile phones to use the CashX, so let me use my mobile so you see it from the mobile version. I've been using my desktop, but I want to transition now to the mobile version so you can see it as well. Please, if you're still with me, drop a fire emoji in the chat. If you're still able to see my screen, drop a fire emoji in the chat. Okay, you're able to see my screen. All right. Awesome. So here we have what we call trade alerts. Trade alerts. And how does trade alert work? How does this work? So I showed you all the different educators that we have. These guys are full-time traders. This is what they do every single day. They eat, they sleep, they breathe trading. And they've been doing this for years. So they are the experts. Now, thankfully, our CEO has employed all of them to be part of the faculty with the CashX. So whenever they find a trade opportunity, we're so blessed to have a technology, this app, that whenever they find a trade that they want to take, that should give them profits, through the technology, you will get notified about that trade. That's what you're seeing on your screen. So you'll get an alert, a notification on your phone. So this is Mohammed Ashraf, right? He wanted to take a trade on Friday, 2 days ago. The information popped up on my phone with all the details of the trade he wanted to take. And so the entry price, the stop loss, the take profit, so all of these take profits, these are points that you should consider exiting the market. You know, I said when it comes to investing, what to buy or what to sell. So the asset is important, but when to buy and when to sell is equally important. Because if you buy something but don't know that the price is going to go down and you are still holding it, you are going to lose. So when the alert comes, every parameter you need is documented. All you do is you simply copy. You see the envelope beside the entry price. As I just tapped on it, it copied it. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my trading app, which you're also going to download. You're going to download this same app. A 12-year-old can execute this. As a matter of fact, I have a 9-year-old who can execute this thing. So you simply copy, you open your trading app, okay? We have tutorial videos that show you exactly how to use it. It's very simple. It's very simple to do. So you simply come and paste. It's copy, paste. I'm going to paste what I copied. It's as simple as that. You paste and you execute. Copy, paste, and profit. The whole thing is not going to take you at most maybe 1 minute to execute. So you are busy at work, you're a banker, you're a lawyer, you are a project manager, you are a web designer, you're a graphics designer, whatever it is you do. You have your mobile phone with a CashX, you will get a notification. What I did is I made my voice, so I recorded my voice saying trade alert, trade alert. So whenever the alert comes in, I hear trade alert, I pick up my phone, I stop what I'm doing, I open the app, I just simply copy, paste, and it's that simple. Copy, paste, and profit. Now, is it every single trade that is going to be profitable? No. But thankfully, we have traders who have a very high win rate. So let's look at this, for example. This is 140 pips that this guy made on this trade. 140 pips. If you had $100 and you used the smallest risk possible, 0.01 lot size, 140 pips would have made you what now? 140 people, so that'll be $1.4 on your $100, which is like 1% in a single trade. But thankfully, there were many trades that came in. There were multiple trades. So this is another trade. You see, there were multiple trades that came in. Multiple trades. So just to show you some of the results, I took time to just compile some of them in. So for last week, for example, Joel Arias is the guy that we all follow. Okay, there are many traders, but most of us focus on Joel Arias. All right, most of us focus on Joel. But last week, for the trade alerts, he sent 24. He won 24 and lost only 2. Remember, I said it's not possible for you to win every trade. But when you look at the wins to the losses, right? So let's say if you were taking all these trades and you were using the smallest risk possible of 0.01, let's say you caught all his wins and all his losses. If we subtract 270 from 5,087, that's somewhere like, let's call that 4,800, yeah? Let's call that 4,800. So if you were using a 0.01 lot size, which is the smallest risk, you would have made $480. So imagine that you had a $100 account. On your $100, you would have made $480 if you took all of these trades. took all of his trades last week. So trade alerts, you're simply just copying and you are pasting. Copy, paste, and profit. It's that simple. Copy, paste, and profit. CPP. So can you drop a CPP in the chat? CPP, copy, paste, and profit. It's that simple. But the next one I want to show you is even simpler, because this one we call tap to trade. Tap to trade. The first one was copy and paste. Copy and paste. That was the first one. This one is tap to trade. How does it work? Again, it's our technology. It's through our software. It's through our app. Joel, for example, these were some of the trades that came in on Friday. He finds a trade opportunity. So he specializes in gold. XAU USD is gold. That's the only thing he trades. He doesn't trade any other thing. And the reason is because he wants mastery. So we've got people who focus on the NASDAQ 100, US 30. They focus on indices. So some people focus on commodities. Some people are good with the currency pairs. So we've got different people with different areas of strength. So now Joel wants to take a trade. You will get a notification and a pop-up. When you open the app, you'll find a pop-up with a countdown timer. So here it is saying 000. But when you open it, it will be counting down from 2 minutes to 0. And then there will be a button for you to approve. There'll be a button to approve or cancel. If you click on approve, Joel Arias will open the trade on your capital. He will open the trade on your account. And so the trade that he wants to take on his own account will be also opened on your account. He will open the trade, he will manage the trade, he will close the trade. Right? Now, I said I like to deal with evidence. I'm an evidence-based person. If you are coming to tell me stuff, I want to see the proof, I want to see the evidence. Right? So all these were some of the trades, for Friday. So last week, let's look at the results for Joel for last week. For tap to trade. For tap to trade last week, he had 33 wins and only 3 losses. And if you took all his tap to trades last week, your account will have grown by 12.5%. Meaning if you had $100, you would have made $12.5. If you had $1,000, you would have made $125 on your $1,000 in a single week. Now, we like to say that past profits do not equal future gains. But the truth is, there have been some weeks that were better, and there have been some weeks that were not as good as this. But overall, it's always a positive experience. In September, for example, Joel Arias did 17,000 pips profit. 17,000 pips in profit. So tap to trade with the tap of a button, you are making profits. So you're watching this, maybe you have $1,000 sitting in the bank. You are losing money by keeping your money in the bank. It doesn't make any sense. So open a broker account, deposit your money with your broker. AkashX has no access to your capital. You are simply using their software to grow your capital. So what you are paying for is access to get experts to trade for you. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the academy if you want to learn the skill. But if you currently don't have the time to learn the skill, our experts will trade on your capital and help you to grow your funds. So instead of keeping your money in the, forgive me for sounding so, I don't mean to be insultive or anything, but it's actually financial suicide and foolishness to keep your money in the bank, especially if you live in Nigeria. Inflation is happening all over the world. But in Nigeria, it is reckless, it is crazy to keep your money in Naira. For the past 5 or 6 years, I've never kept my money in Naira. I always have my money in dollars, in USDT, which is the crypto version of the dollar. If I want to pay school fees, I want to pay anything, even if I want to do groceries, I sell some of my USDT and I pay for my groceries. So now I'm saying, instead of keeping your money in the bank where it's idle and not doing anything, open a broker account, deposit your money there, and connect out to trade. And let the experts start trading on your capital. You'll be amazed at the end of the month. If at the end of the month, in the bank, you're going to get debit alerts. You're going to get, fees for parking your money in the bank. The interest is not going to be up to the fees, right? But with tap to trade, what if you're at the end of the month? What Joel Arias made in 1 week? What if that's what you make in a month? Would that be bad to make 12.5% in a month? Would that be bad? And I can tell you very authoritatively that there has never been a month where the average was 12.5%. It's always been more than that, at least for the past 6 months. Of course, but we say past profits are not indicative of future performance. But sometimes, if you look at the past, sometimes you can use that to model what the future should look like. Okay? So these are some of the results, and this is why we're so excited. This is why we want to put this in the hands of as many people as possible. Over the next 12 months, by the grace of God, we want to empower 1 million families around the world with AkashX. Now, this is another educator, Brent. Brent specializes in trading indices, the NASDAQ, which is the top 100 US companies. He trades the NASDAQ. He trades the US 30, he trades the S&P 500, you know, and for last week, as you can see, he had 12 wins and he had only 2 losses. And this has been a consistent pattern. This has been a consistent pattern, you know, with this particular educator, right? So just to look at some of the results, this is someone who is on the call. He's going to be sharing if he's currently available. I don't know if he's with us tonight on the call. It'll be awesome to have him share his experience. But okay, well, so I've just told you about AkashX, what the app can do for you to help you, you know, develop the skill, but also help you to grow your funds while your funds remain in your control, while your funds remain in your custody. You are employing experts for peanuts to grow your funds. That's what this is. But now, what if you don't have funds? What if you don't have enough money? Or, you know, what if you're saying maybe I have only $100, or I have only $500. I have only $500. You know, we want to show you how you can solve the problem of trading capital. Again, this is another way that we're disrupting the trading industry. Nobody has this genius that I'm about to show you. So all of this that I just showed you, you know, AkashX, to subscribe to AkashX, let me come back. Let me come back to the desktop site. To subscribe to AkashX costs, if you're subscribing for just so there's a monthly subscription and there's an annual subscription. I want to just show you on the desktop. Okay. All right. So if you subscribe for AkashX, it normally would cost you $149 to subscribe to AkashX. There are some other features in AkashX I haven't talked about, but because of time, you know, because of time, I'm not going into all those details. But so it will cost you $149 to subscribe to AkashX, right? For a month. If you're paying the annual, you get to save up about $300. So if you're paying the annual fee, it will cost you $1,500 to subscribe to AkashX, right? Now we have another platform, another package called the Trade and Travel. So remember I said My Daily Choice is the parent company, a US company with over 13,000 products. And so one of the services that they offer is a travel package where you are able to enjoy, you know, exotic vacations, stays at luxury hotels at very discounted prices, curated trips. You know, so for example, from the 25th of this month, there's going to be, you know, 4 nights and 5 nights and 6 days in Dubai, you know, for a very ridiculously cheap price. So imagine staying at the Marriott Makui, you know, staying at the Marriott for 5 nights, but also getting your meals for 5 nights, also getting to visit all the exotic places in Dubai, from the Dubai Aquarium to you know, a desert safari, all the exotic places in Dubai, the Dubai Mosque, the Burj Al Arab. Imagine all of that, and you're only paying so your hotel and all the excursions, all your meals for less than $2,000, right? So, and ordinarily you should spend at least 6,000. You should spend at least 6,000. You're getting it for, you know, a third of the price. So if you subscribe for Trade and Travel, you get access to the travel benefits. So it costs only $229, and if you're paying for 1 year, it will cost you $2,000. But there is an ongoing promotion, and this is I want you to pay attention. This is where, you know, you are saying, okay, I don't have capital, I don't have money. AkashX has solved the funding problem for you, because when you subscribe with $149, AkashX is going to give you a $10,000 account, a $10,000 trading account to trade with. I'll explain it. You know, I'll explain it in detail. So let me open this website called TradeX Mastery. Okay, so TradeX Mastery, and I'll explain something very, very powerful. So in the trading industry, we have something that we call prop firms. Prop firms. So prop firms are simply companies that provide traders with trading capital. So you're a trader, you believe you have the skills to make money in the financial markets, but you don't have enough money to trade with. A prop firm would say, we'll give you money to trade with, and we'll split the profits. So usually there's a processing fee when you approach a prop firm. So this is an example of one of such prop firms that I'm loading up right now, TradeX Mastery. And these are the ones that AkashX have partnered with. But you could also go to, you know, TradeX Mastery to say you wanted to buy a prop firm. So say you're an experienced trader, you could come to apply for anywhere from $10,000 to $200,000 in funding. So as you can see that the $200,000 comes with a fee, a processing fee of $975. But they will then give you $200,000 as your trading capital to trade with. I'll explain as I go along. The $10,000 fund comes with a processing fee of $99. Let's call that $100. So you want to trade, you want to make money, you don't have enough capital. You come to a firm like this, you apply for a $10,000 account, or let's say $200,000 account. You pay your $975, and then they then give you access to this. But there are some terms and conditions. There are terms and conditions. First, they want to see that indeed you are a responsible and not a risky trader. So they're first going to deposit demo money into your trading account and ask you to trade under the live market conditions. And then they're giving you some certain targets and parameters. So the first is your target profit. You're expected to make 10% profit in your phase 1 and 5% profit in phase 2. Once you pass this, you're able to make 10% and 15%. You then get a live account. You get the real money actually deposited into your trading account. You see that? Okay. Now, how long? What's the duration? You actually have 1,000 days. It says unlimited here, but you have 1,000 days, right? Now, you must trade for a minimum of 5 days. But there's also, when it comes to your loss, you're not allowed to lose more than 10% of the fund. These guys they're also here to make money. They're also here to make money. So if you're a risky trader, they're not willing to, expose their capital to a lot of risk. So the maximum amount of loss that is permitted is 10%. So on a $200,000 account, the moment you lose up to $20,000, you're out. You've lost access to the fund. So in phase 1, where your goal is to make 10%, which is $20,000, you must not lose more than 10% also at any point in time. On a daily basis, you must not lose up to 5%. So the moment you lose $10,000 on the 200,000, you're out. You have no more access to it. Same thing happens in phase 2. So it's very simple. Make 10%, make 5%, you get access to the real money, $200,000. $200,000. And you see, why we're so excited is because for many people, and this is, I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything, most people are never going to have access to even $50,000 in their lifetime at one go. $200,000 in Nigerian naira. So if $100,000 today is 170 million, am I correct? $100,000 is 170 million. $200,000 is 340 million. Most people will never have access to this kind of money ever in their lifetime. Through this platform, you can have access to that kind of money. So imagine that you're just making 10% on $200,000. That's $20,000. Now look at the profit sharing formula. The profit share here allows you to keep 80% of the profits, while they will take 20% of any profit generated on their trading fund. Note, it is not your trading fund. They are giving it to you as your capital. You cannot take their money. You can only trade on their capital, and any profit you generate is yours to keep. Is yours to keep. Now, you may be asking, okay, I don't know how to trade. How am I going to pass phase 1 and make 10%? How am I going to pass phase 2 and make 5%? This is where AkashX comes in. The genius thing here is now you have access to experts who can trade on your capital. So this is your trading capital. Connect it to AkashX, and they are sending you the copy and paste, apply it, and make profit. So, for example, I showed you that Tap to Trade for Jewelarias, it made 12.5% profit this last week. You would have already passed phase 1. You would have been halfway to passing phase 2 if you took all Jewelarias' Tap to Trade last week. So this is such a brilliant model. I'm so excited. So right now, when you sign up on AkashX, if you sign up for AkashX with $149, they are going to give you a $10,000 account free of charge. Normally, because they partnered up with TradeX National, normally you should pay, look at the price for $10,000. You should pay $99 normally, but you're not going to pay $99. You're going to get it free of charge when you subscribe with $149 to AkashX. And that's what you're seeing here. That's what you're seeing here. You get a $10,000 trading challenge for the month of October when you sign up in this month of October. If you sign up for the yearly plan, where first of all, if you're signing up for 1 year, you're paying $1,500 instead of $1,800, you're paying $1,500. You already saved $300, but you also get a $100,000 account. A $100,000 account should cost you. Let's look at the price for a $100,000 account. A $100,000 account should cost you $500 as your processing fee. So look at that. You're saving $500 as well as $300. You're saving $800 when you subscribe for AkashX for the yearly plan. If you are doing the trade and travel plan, 1 month will give you $10,000. If you are doing the yearly subscription, you will get a $200,000 account. You get it too. Now, this $2,000 that it cost you to get it, if you were to pay for everything individually, you'll be spending like $6,000. So, I have someone who just signed up for the $2,000 plan last week. He got a $200,000 account. He signed up on Thursday. By Friday, he had made $1,000 in profit. Remember, his target is to make 10%, which is $20,000. By Friday, his first day of trading, he had already made 1,000 US dollars. Now, there are people on the call who I want to share their experience. I don't know if we have Coach Daramola on the call. If you're on the call, sir, would you just do us the honors of sharing your experience with us? He's one of the people, one of the amazing leaders here in this community, and he can tell you firsthand what it is like to trade on $50,000, to trade on 200. The goal is for everyone to eventually be on a $200,000 account. That's the goal. That's the goal. For you to even have multiple $200,000 accounts. So if Coach Daramola is here, I'm trying to look for you. I don't think. Okay. So he's currently not. He's currently not on the call with us. So maybe I'll just share. So I'll just share on his behalf. And then ask a few other people who have experienced AkashX, to also share their experience. Yesterday on the call we had Mrs. Adebi. Okay. So let me just come to the leaderboard on TradeX Mastery. So all these are people. So this is the leaderboard that you are seeing here. Okay. So the leaderboard will just show the top 10. It will just show the top 10. But there are so many people who are making money from AkashX. Arthur Wayno, first time trading, never traded in his life, came on board AkashX, and as you can see, he has already made $23,000 in profit. But where I actually wanted to go was you can see this is a Nigerian name. There was another gentleman. I guess he's no more among the top 10. There was one. There was an Akim. There was an Akim gentleman who was also among the top 10. But this is, this lady's story. Mrs. Margaret on the call. Is she with us today? She was on the call yesterday, but I didn't quickly know she was on the call. So it was towards the end before I asked her to share her story. Oh, she's not with us on the call today. First time trading, never traded in her life, came on board. So she has a $25,000 account, right? She has a $25,000 account, but on her 25K, she's now made $2,000 profits on her 25K. She actually made a withdrawal on Friday, and I'm sure that by now the money must have hit her wallet, So it's really so exciting. It's really so powerful, and we're only just getting started. When we started this in August, it was mostly the white people that we were seeing. It was mostly the white people. But I said it then. I told people, I said, look, all these white names you're seeing, just give us a month or 2 months, and you'll soon start seeing Nigerian names. You'll soon start seeing Nigerian names, who will also be beneficiaries of AkashX. So this is Joshua Daramola, like I was saying. So he got funded on the 16th of October, a $50,000 account. This was Wednesday last week. Interestingly, his wedding was the following day. His court wedding was the following day. And while he was waiting at the registry, he was taking trades, copying and pasting. And as at the end of Friday, he had already made over $1,000. So between Thursday and Friday, on his funded account, now had access to $1,000. And because you can take out only 80%, that means you can withdraw $800 from 2 days of work. 2 days of trading, $800. If we're to convert that to our Nigerian naira at the rate of 1.7 today, that's about 1.3 million working for 2 days. 1.3 million working for 2 days. How many industries would allow you this kind of access just from your mobile phone? You're not under the stress of a boss. There is no deadline. You're not waking up in the morning and sitting in traffic, in your pajamas, in your boxers, in your house room. Because of technology and because you have the right information, you can actually be making this kind of, So this is Daramola. I wish I was on the call to share, but he's not on the call. This is also Curtis. Also got funded on the 18th of October. This is Mr. Nasir. Also got funded on the 18th of October. So I love the fact that it's no more just white people. It's now Africans. It's now Nigerians. So okay, this is someone who passed stage 1 on the 18th. 18th was that Thursday or Friday, right? I'm showing you recent ones. This is Temidayo, Daniel, Awoki Esi. Congratulations to all of these people. This is Maria Metu, passed at stage 1. Craig Jackman. So this, I was chatting with Craig, and he's one that was telling me he's 62 years old. 62 years old, and passing stage 1 means he made 10% profit. 62 years, never traded before, ever. Made 10% profit. Why? Because experts are trading for him. This is Dwayne Johnson, past stage 1. This is another person past stage 1. This is Jana Nzekwe. Forgive me if I didn't pronounce your name properly. She passed stage 2 and so got funded with the real money. Okay, this is Mr. Nasir. So at this point, this is Mr. Kingsley. Mr. Kingsley is a very interesting guy. On Friday, was it Thursday or Friday, where he was saying, guys, pray for me. I'm trying to make my 10% today. I even thought he wanted to make 10%. So he had a $10,000 account. I thought he wanted to make 10% of his 1,000. I thought he was planning to make $100. So he already had like $100 and something profit. I thought we were just going for $100. By evening, he just told us he has passed stage 1. So what kind of person is this? He was just taking all the trades. He was just doing it back to back, back to back to back to back. So amazing things are happening. This is Makim Yusuf, also passed phase 2 and has gotten funded with the real money. This was a withdrawal by Mustafa Ali on the 14th of October. So evidence day. In fact, maybe if you guys want to play, well, we've already overshot the time. I wanted to play a video where people are making withdrawals and then you see it go from the platform into their wallets, just in case there's anybody who is a doubting Thomas. But what do we have to gain by line? What do we have to gain by line? We really have nothing to gain. So at this point, I'm going to be handing over to an amazing leader. We call her J Mama. I'm sure that some of you have questions. So if you have questions, just raise up your hand, or you can just drop a comment in the chat. But for those of you who are getting started in the next 24 to 48 hours, you are going to have the privilege of being on the call with us. There's a special private masterclass with Joel Arias. Joel Arias is the 24-year-old guru that we've all been copying, and he's going to be having a private session with us on Tuesday, teaching us how to maximize his trades. He has helped over 500 people get funded, with their challenges, and he's going to be having a private mastermind session with this group, not with the entire AkashX community, with this group, but only if you get started in the next 24 to 48 hours. If you have any questions, we're here to take all your questions. So if J Mama is on the call, I'm going to be asking, I'm going to be making you a co-host, so that you can take us through the Q&A. Is J Mama still on the call? If you're on the call, can you just raise your hands? I can't seem to find J Mama anywhere. Maybe she's having network challenges. If you have any questions, just go ahead and raise your hand, and I'll ask you to unmute your microphone, and I'll take your questions. Anyone with questions?